Previously on Sliske's Endgame. You really should not anger such a magnificent person, Lodge Gats. Anger him? After all he's done? I'll do more than just anger him. What is this? It's an invite to Sliske's game. He wants you to have it. Holy Virago. Iclar, my man. Son of a bitch. I'm about to fight this fucker. Okay. Let's just get started. I need to go to the northeast. That's the direction I need to head. Welcome back to Sliske's Endgame.
This is not a kid-friendly show.
So south will take me. Bam, bam. Okay, so south will take me to somewhere. Oh, they both will take me to the same place, realistically. For the sake of not having to go through jumps, let's just go this way. If I went north, I could just get there by going north, it'd be faster. Because I'm trying to get to this location and see if we can figure out what's happening there. It should be pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't know what these black rooms mean, man. Assuming there is about 2 of these things, like one cutscene and one puzzle room per location, as that's how it's been so far, I think I'm ready to move on. But that's just my immediate assumption. We'll have to see as it plays out. So this should be the northeast corner of this labyrinth, assuming it allows us to go where we need to go. Looks like we're going immediately into another puzzle room or potentially cutscene. Oh, it's Death. Hello, Large Gats. How's Iclarian doing, Large Gats? Need to get him around as soon as we can. I agree, but there's no time. He's still strong regardless of his current state. Trust in that. However, I feel I should mention something, Large Gats. As a guide for the dead, I know certain things. When a mortal will die, for example, so that I can be present at the crucial moment. If I turn my mind to it, I can know the fate of any mortal being. I can recall it like a memory. This has never worked for the gods. As beings of pure divine energy, they have no afterlife. Their soul doesn't pass into my hands. But here, their powers has dissipated and something akin to a soul has taken its place. Should they die here, they would be mine. And since they're mine, I know their fate. Wait, you know how the gods will die? Yes, it's hazy. The soul they have gained is newborn, and while they have a soul now, it will die as soon as they regain their godhood. But I can see you're curious and won't let this go. And we need your mind on the maze. Ask me about the death of one god and choose wisely. Damn, I get to find out the fate of one god. Who do I want to find out the fate of? I want to go with Saradomin. I don't think they're going to kill Zaros as a fan favorite. And I think Saren's pretty safe as long as Zaros is safe. Zamorak has been through hell. I don't know. Maybe Armadale, though. Maybe Armadale. I don't think they're going to kill Iclarian because he has a certain role in the lore. But Saradomin and Armadale is my top, so let's see what happens with them. Saradomin. I hear the crossing of swords in the warmth of light, then the coolest of shadows. These continue, light then shadow, until I pass. Does that mean he dies? Saradomin going to die? Alright, let's press forward. Oh, this is going to take me straight to a dead end. So this does a fucking loop-de-loopy, whoopy schwoopy. Can I go this way? I cannot. Can I go that way? No, I cannot. So this was just for that cutscene, I'm assuming. So let's go back and see what we can find back at the northwest section. I gotta remember my orientation in this labyrinth so I don't get confused. So this should be the northwest section. Let's see if we can blow this up and see if we can get anywhere of interest. Yeah, we definitely never went down this section of the map. So a lot of interesting stuff going on over here. I want to know what these black rooms have, if they have any importance. But regardless, it's looking like there's nothing really interesting in this quadrant. However, I can use this to go backtrack down to the quadrant from before and check out rooms that I couldn't access just because the way the labyrinth was set up. I couldn't, have access to certain areas in the south west quadrant. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Sounds about right, to be honest with you. So one thing I noticed to be extremely careful when you're going through this, make sure the orientation of your map remains a constant. because after cutscenes or after puzzles I've solved, it changes the orientation of your mini map, which I think is a trick to confuse you. So make sure, like, always face north. You know, just hit that camera reset button. Make sure you're facing north, and you know the orientation of where you are going, because I think that is gonna be very important. I think those black things are not. Oh yeah, they're just pits. Okay. So obviously I'm moving my camera in any kind of direction, but I understand the orientation that I'm under right now, so I'm not gonna confuse myself. But make sure that you do follow the orientation of your map and not get confused by that, because that, I think, is what a lot of stems from a lot of the comments on Reddit and stuff of people not knowing what to do and getting lost, etc. So I think we're on the right track. We'll have to see. So now we're back in the original quadrant, but I think we're in new parts of the quadrant we didn't have access to previously, which should in turn bring us to areas that we never had access before, like this. You see where my mouse is, this thing right here. I do not think we ever had access to it. It doesn't look like we actually can access it, honestly, but we can go this way. So this will put us in a new quadrant which we have never set foot in. Let's double check to make sure. Okay, I came from here, it went down over here. There's no other path I could take. Okay, there's no other path I could take. I have to go this way. This is gonna put me in the southeast quadrant, which we have not set foot in yet. This is the only quadrant we have not been to. So this will be interesting. Alright, let's progress. Looks like there's only one clear direction to go. Blow that up real quick. Oh, this is just doing some loop-de-loop to get us down to a lower section of the southwest. So that's good to know. That's why you make your map bigger. You can see where the hell you're going. So this is just putting us, we're slightly dipping into the southeast quadrant to get to the lower half of the southwest quadrant. I just want to explain things as I'm going along so you know my line of thinking as I'm going through the quest, and hopefully you enjoy it. A lot less dialogue heavy though this time around compared to Children of Ma, by the way. Okay, so we could do a loop-de-loop and come right back into the quadrant we just were in according to this, but I think I want to explore a little bit more in this quadrant. I think. I don't know yet. I'm just looking at the orientation of everything real quick. Wait. So if I go this way, this will do a up, 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 left, up, right, right, down. Okay, that's one fat loop-de-loop, so we have to go back down. This is a lot of intertwining between quadrants. So if you're following along here, you know what I did. I went from this quadrant to that quadrant, back to this quadrant, and now we're going back again into that quadrant. Back into the southeast quadrant, which is again the one that we explored the least thus far. Okay, now it looks like we can do something. We can go to this jumpy rocks over here. By the way, when I say like over here and I'm kind of like mentioning things, I don't know if you've been following along, but I'm showing those locations on my mini map. So that's what that means when I say those kinds of things. So this is going to put us over here, down, 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 across. Or we could just go straight and all the way up, across, down, down, down. No, that's a dead end. Do not go up. Up. Wait, let me double check this. I go up, 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 up. No, there's a lot. Okay. Here's where I need to make a decision. So blow this up a little bit. If I go up right here, I can go up, 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 right, down into a new area. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I feel like that's the clearest path or whatever, the clearest thing that seems to lead to something I need to get to. So yeah, there's nothing down here actually. This is the south. This is the most southeast section, so there's absolutely nothing. I have to go this way. See, that's why you gotta plan ahead with these kind of things. You gotta map out your destination because you need to make sure you're making proper use of everything. So this is gonna. It looks like this is the only thing in this quadrant, aside from that quick brief thing. But I think that was in the when we talked to Death. I think that was in the northeast quadrant, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it is. So let's just go here and see if this is a cutscene or a puzzle. Oh, it's definitely a puzzle. When the sun rises, we are happy. When the sun sets, we are sad. What the fuck? Wait. When the sun rises, so sun rises in the east in the real world and sets in the west. So they're happy when it happy in the east and sad when in the west. That's my assumption. Take the item attached. What the fuck? Mask of sorrow. And that's a mask of glee. So they're sad when it sets. That's my assumption. And happy. Is this going to be a sad one? Yes. Again, I'm just giving you my thought process as I'm going on. Puzzle solved! Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. That was actually pretty simple. That made a lot of sense. So with that being said, something has changed. Doesn't really matter, but I think we can now progress to a new part of the labyrinth. Let's go do this windy fucking path over here. End up over here and see where we can enter. Because we got to enter to the northeast in a new direction other than the one that plopped us into that death room. That's goal number 1 at this point. That was actually a pretty easy puzzle. It's not too hard. I know there's one more that someone in my clan mentioned the solution. By this point, I honestly forgot, but it was like very similar to the one where they all had to be sad, but instead they all have to be different. I don't remember the exact order, but I just know that they have to be different. So this is going to plop us back into the southwest. Southwest. I don't know. I'm reiterating that over and over because it's important to know the orientation of where you're at. It's extremely important because I think that's going to really mess us up if we fail to remember that. There's now access to this room, which is interesting to me. This can only take us right here. It's the only solution over here. So let's go over here and see what happens. And this can only take us into the northeast quadrant, which is where we want to be. So that's good to know. According to this should be the northeast quadrant. I think that's an area we've never been. We're going to have to see. If I'm not mistaken, this north area right here where I have my mouse, I think that's where we saw Ichlarian. Because I remember not Ichlarian, but Death. Because I remember the bridge and then we couldn't do anything else. But it actually looks like now that goes south, which it didn't before, so I can go back there and now go south. Wait, actually, that's a fucking dead end, so fuck that. Good thing I mapped that out again. The whole mapping it out, really important. Looks like another cutscene. Saren. Zamorak, I have nothing to say to you. I have been fed centuries of your lies. You made us kill ourselves over and over again, and here you are surrounded by your favorites. What makes you think I want to hear anything you have to say? I'm gonna say I think you should listen to her. I think you should relive the murders we have to commit because of her presence. What is he talking about, Saren? He's talking about something from deep in my past. A shameful act that at the time I felt was necessary. Let me cut through the self-pity. Saren pretended to be Ma and shaped the Majorat to what we were today. The ritual of power, where we slay our own and rejuvenate, that was her idea. We carried it out in her name, or in the name of the mask she wore to trick us. My lady, is this true? Yes. For an age we adorned her as you do now, and all we got from it was fear, terror, and paranoia. Where do you think my philosophy come from? We are all your abused and wandered children, Ma. At least we did not have to suffer your hypocrisy of destroying yourself out of love and then torturing us from beyond the grave. And I am glad he did not turn us into twisted addicts like your other favored children. I have changed, Zamorak. Time has taught me. Save your speeches. I have to claim the Stone of Jas. Then we will talk. Wait, please. Saren, what did you do? I will speak of this later. Not now. This is not the time. Alright, we in the cutscenes. I think these pillar ones are cutscenes. That's what it seems to be the case so far. I don't think there has been one where there was a pillars and not a cutscene. So that's good to know going forward. Go down, down. Okay, I already know that's gonna go to a dead end, so fuck that direction. Yeah, there's definitely a puzzle right there. That's the exit right there in the northeast. That is the exit. I don't know if I can map out that. No, there's definitely no way to get there right now. Gonna have to do whatever this puzzle is. Alright. We're gonna have to fix this solution. Okay, it needs to look like that. Okay. The fuck, this seems so easy. Okay, solution. Okay. Okay, that's correct. What the fuck just happened? Oh, I solved it. Now there should be a clear path to getting where I need to go, right? That might be the end of this part of the labyrinth. I know there's another whole nother labyrinth, but if we got rid of the first part, then hey, that's excellent progress. So if we go this way, bam, bam, pew, 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 pew. Yes, that is definitely the way we need to go. Awesome. That is so awesome to hear. We can now progress to the second labyrinth. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Looks good. Big swirly portal. Alright, let's zoom out and see where we need to be. Alright, let's go this way. So again, we're in the southwest quadrant of the new labyrinth. There's going to be a cutscene over here. Alright, let's check it out. Saren. Saradomin? Do you have business with me, or we part ways here? I would speak with you privately if you would consent to it. It would be a trap, Lord. I am aware of this. My lady, are you sure you want to speak with him alone? I am sure. Seems that we both our followers do not think that this encounter will end well. I'll encourage them to speak. I think you should speak. You are not enemies here, Sliske is. If you cannot trust each other enough to speak in private, then what chance do you have of defeating him? Wise words, large cats. You do have a point. Leave us. We will not go far, Lord. What of large guests? Is this to be a private council? They should leave too. I'm gonna act as a mediator. I think I will remain. If a dispute arises, maybe I can mediate. Maybe a third party will help us settle this. I will accept. I too will stand by any judgment Large Gats makes. I want you to withdraw from the competition. What? You think I and my followers cannot make it to the end of this maze? I believe you might be able to reach the stone, which is why I asked you to withdraw. Do you think the stone of Jas will be yours without consequence if you win? That Sliske will simply let you take it and leave? It's a trap, the edges of which are only now beginning to feel out. Something of force beyond your imagining has striped all the gods of their powers. What do you think that is? To leave us vulnerable to some sort of attack? I'm not blind. Yes, and also to strip us of any foresight or premonition of when this attack could take place. I hear your words, but I will not turn back. I am no fool, sir, and I never was. I am proud, I will grant you that. I may have taken actions that even I found distasteful in the name of a greater good, but what is my alternative? To hide in Falador and isolate myself as you did? That was a long time ago. It still happened. You offered me a devil's choice, sir, and turn back and risk someone who does not withdraw getting the stone, or pushing on and being trapped in Sliske's web. What say you, Large Gats? Neutral. I suggest you continue. As much of this is going to be dangerous, if gods begin to withdraw from the competition, it could cause Sliske to lash out, and his lashing out with the stone to call on would be terrible. Besides, without making sure that some of the other gods pull out too, you might hand victory to someone worse than you. No offense. I do not agree with all your reasoning, but I do admire your honesty. I choose to push on. The idea of Zamorak or Zaros claiming the stone is abhorrent to me. I thank you, though, Saren, for not trying to force the issue. It is your choice, although I fear it will not end well. Till we meet again, then. Saradomin and Saren part on good terms. Alright, do I want to go north or do I want to go east? Let's see. North will take me bam. Yeah, let's go north. There is a puzzle to the north. East will take me to the north. So going east from there will take me to the northwest. We're still in the southwest section of this labyrinth. Oh, this must be the one that they're talking. I heard about. I'm bored of helping you. You can figure this one out on your own. So I'm not mistaken, this one was like normal, like a neutral face. And I think this one was happy. Again, there's nothing I can do. Plan, kind of said this puzzle. I don't know how they would have figured it out, but I think this is sad. And then the final one is broken. Yep, there we go. Okay, we solved the puzzle. So if you haven't completed it, if you haven't completed the quest by the time this episode goes out, it's sorry to reveal it, but you are watching a playthrough. So from the northwest corner, we go blank face, happy face, then south to a sad face, and finally a broken face over here. So hopefully that helps you guys. Oh, I cannot go back that way. We are forced to go this way. Oh, that's right. That's where we were. I kind of got messed up with the orientation, which is a big problem. It could mess you up dramatically. So make sure you are familiar with the orientation of everything you come across. Could bite you in the ass later. I'm going to try to get to this cutscene area over here. Or I could go to that cutscene area over there. I mean, why not? We could do both. Let's go ahead and do both. Again, we are still in the southwest, smallest part of the labyrinth. So, because you can see in the bottom left, that's the start. I'll remember it by those two black circles. So, just got to make sure we keep that in mind going forward and not forget what that looks like exactly. I don't know, once I understand exactly what I'm doing, this labyrinth is not hard at all to do. I guess people just didn't understand what to do. This is not hard at all. Notice there's a yellow dot in this puzzle room right here. White foot soldier. Oh well, let's check out this cutscene. It is a mechanism, Tanguin. Who the fuck is Tanguin? It can't be, my lady. There ain't a knick-knack in the world that would strip a god of its power. Plus, it ain't scientific. An effect like this would have to be transmitted as light or sound. And there's more walls in this place than Morvan's holiday dungeons. Yep, this will be your good old-fashioned magic. If it's magic, it's nothing like any I've encountered. It doesn't even share characteristics. Spells borrow from one another. That's the way of magic. Bones to Peaches shares something with high alchemy, crystallized bows with lunar magics. This feels utterly new, disconnected, like a new branch of magic, which is exciting, of course. Think outside of your fields. Is there anything in history that this reminds you of? Ha! I see where you're going with this. Yes, there have been a couple of instances. The World Guardian. They say the World Guardian can nullify god magic. That's from Guthix to Anima, so they say. And there's the edicts themselves, but no one knows if that was Guthix himself casting out the gods, or if it was the Anima, the Sword of Edicts, the Stone of Jas. I think I know, World Guardian, do you? Who or what is responsible for depowering all of the gods? I'm gonna say the Anima Mundi. That's my guess. Perhaps, but the Anima is a reactive force. It protects itself and doesn't preemptive... Oh, fuck. Thank you for your insight regardless, Large Gats. Let's continue in this rat maze. I'm sure we'll meet again. Well, it's not the Anima Monday. Let's go backtrack to the other cutscene we could also check out. And after this, I can go wrap around and go into the north or the southeast. Armadillo this time. Saren, it is good to meet you properly at last, though it would be better under friendlier circumstances. Yes, these games, whilst tolerable, have at least provided some of us with an avenue of discourse. I'm pleased to meet you as well, Armadale. I know that time is of the essence, but I wondered if I would talk to you about something. Forgive me, Armadale, but I will not aid you in getting the stone. It is not something that should lay in the hands of mortal gods. I agree, actually, but you misunderstand me. I wanted to discuss something beyond this game. Time is of the essence. I fear there are more pressing concerns. Forgive me. Listen to him, Saren. Very well. If the champion of Prifddinas urges it, I believe it is worthy the delay. Thank you. Saren, both you and I care deeply about our people, you for your elves and I for my advancee. Both of our people have suffered greatly in our absence. I would like to propose that we find a way to remedy this. We have each relied too heavily on our way of thinking and our own ideas, but these have not always worked best for our people. Where are you going with this, Armadale? I would like to propose that when we leave this labyrinth, we will work together to find a way to help both of our people. I know about Tardiad and what has become of the people that were left behind. I'm so sorry, sir. Yes, they suffer so, but I cannot leave my people on Gielinor to save those who've remained behind. I understand I am not judging, but there is a way that we can help each other. What do you know of Abana, my homeworld? I have visited only once. It is a horrible world. Don't sugarcoat it. Each day, countless of my people die on the island that were their home, crashes in one another, or they are swept away in the storms. What I am saying is that my people cannot thrive as long as they stay on that world. We need another home. Do you see what I'm getting at? You would give them Tardiad? We would share it. My people are fine craftsmen and they have many skilled healers and carers. Would help one another. You could provide them a new home and would help ease pain of the shapeshifters. Forgive me, you do not have the power to undo what has been done. I do not claim to. We both hurt our people and that damage will never go away, but united perhaps we can ease that suffering some. What you ask is to give the ancestral home of the elves and give sovereignty and part of those from another world? That home has already been abandoned by my people. Do not need to share the same cities as the elves. Your elves live on ground and trees. My advancees dwell on mountaintops and the canopies. Or we can create islands that float in the sky like we did on Gielinor. But it will be a struggle and it can lead to conflict, but between us, perhaps, just perhaps, we can make it work and save both our people. What say you, champion? Fuck it, we should do it. Sounds like it might be a way to get both of the people to... I believe Saradomin sincerely wants to help your people. Your idea has merit, Armadale, but it needs more discussion and we can justify here. Come to Prifddinas after the madness, we can discuss it then. It would be my honor. Crazy, let's keep on moving on. So just to recap, this will be the southeast section of the second labyrinth. If I go this way and I go up, across, I have no idea where that's going to lead to. I can't see it at this point. Wait, I can't go anywhere here. Double check. Up, yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Actually, I have to backtrack. I cannot go that direction at all. Oh, that's exactly where I need to go. Okay, I know where I need to go now. And it'll put me in this room right here. Alright, back in the southeast. This is going to wrap right back down as I calculated. Awesome. Into that room that had the white foot soldier. Okie dokie, let's look at the solution. Same thing again. I don't know what that guy's doing there, but Shadowcaster missing a mask, you need to repair it before you can move to others. Repair. Oh, what the hell? I was just playing around and figured it out. Let's see if this changed anything interesting to the southeast.